Okay, this is Dama.82, and we're just picking up where we left off from last time. We managed to close in on the Lightning Hoods. This, I believe, is their main headquarters. I am highly suspicious that they might have something a little further here down to the south. We'll probably find that out soon. We are still trying to move these two large forces in to take this position, but it's going to take us a little while. And I still got a crap ton of material that I could be transporting, but honestly at this point it seems like I got more than I know what to do with. I'm thinking next time I do one of these Let's Plays I'm going to have to try using the commodities thing, because yeah, this is ridiculous. Even with just having like the one-way Zeppelin transports, yeah. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back in once I'm ready to start this battle. Okay, so we're going to try something crazy here. The Lightning Hoods, in all their infinite wisdom, decided to send this guy out the last moment. I'm pretty sure that this force here will utterly crush it. And we got another force up here to the north that'll go ahead and take out this whole area here. That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to be coming in on this large missile artillery, and I went and maxed this out. It's probably going to get a little choppy here and there. So yeah, I'm going to just pause it. But the Lightning Hoods do seem to have a pretty good block count against us. I'm not too worried about it because I think a lot of the block count is just civilian buildings over here. And we got a lot of materials nearby, so yeah, not entirely worried about it. Oh god, please don't let stuff spawn below the local land. That's going to be such a huge pain in the ass. Okay, good. I was very, very worried about that. Alright, so before we get too far into this battle, let's drift over here and see what all they got. And that looks like a civilian building. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing a whole hell of a lot from this. Don't see any weapon systems or anything. These, I think they're probably broken because I haven't seen any laser beams come out of them. But it does have a pretty decent lambs. This right here, I'm assuming this is supposed to be some kind of Uber vehicle. A couple of APS runs to right about here should knock out most of its weapon system, so not entirely worried about it. Let's see here, that's a missile turret. That's a civilian building. I don't think it's got any weapons, don't quote me on that. I know these towers have lasers in them, but they might have changed that here recently, because it looks like... Oh, nope, there it is right there. And this one too. Yeah, just like a bunch of really small buildings here. Nothing really too bad to worry about. We're probably going to just wreck it all. But anyway, let's let it go. And start killing shit. So yeah, this guy's probably going to eat some pretty big missiles here. And probably in one of the worst possible places. Yep. I think we knocked out the laser bits there. And there goes Crazy Train to wreck the buildings. Good job, Crazy Train. It's running surprisingly well considering that we have such a massive block count in this. I think those large missiles are going to be going for a... Oh, okay. It looks like they got some missile interceptors being launched from somewhere. I couldn't quite tell you where, though. I mean, just like I said, one big shot to here and basically knocked all that out. Yep, that's where the missile interceptors have been coming from. Which is fine, we don't really need them. But we got a lot more missiles where that came from. Ah, so you got a LAMS too, I see. Okay. Well, good luck trying to shoot down all of those. I don't think you're quite gonna do it, but good luck to you. The pack hover tank seems like it's doing pretty good this time around. Looks like whatever was supposed to spawn over in here is like some kind of, I can't remember what the hell the name. Oh, Lux antenna. It hasn't even spawned in here yet. Okay. Thought I went and maxed that block count out, but oh well. We're tearing these guys a new one anyway, so yeah. And this guy right here is practically helpless. I mean, yeah, I can shoot down some of our missiles, but beyond that, there's not really a whole lot he can do since we pretty much gutted his main weapon. Heavy tanks are coming in. I think this thing's just barely moving now. And it's looking pretty beat up. And now he's launching missile interceptors at like everything. Okay. And it's down. I think at one point there was a vehicle for the lightning hoods that was supposed to be like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just gonna pretty much warp around all over the place. I think that was the idea behind it, but from what I've seen of it, it was insanely buggy, and I guess they just kind of said fuck it after that. I don't know. Now this thing is somewhat terrifying. But it's shooting at a target underwater, so yeah, feel free to go ahead and do that. Lasers ain't gonna do jack shit down there. Northern Lion. Maybe you gotta focus your attention on all these little hover tanks coming at you. Well, looks like we lost something in here. Yeah, some dumbass went and drowned in the water. Honestly, I think we should probably have everything focus this down. Just bring the UI back up so we can all target it.
Engaging now.
Oops, I meant to hit F9 there, sorry. Must have done some decent damage to this thing because it doesn't seem like it's using its lasers anymore, which I am perfectly fine with that. Pack cover tank's getting some good shots in on it. Well, the Gutenox went into the water. Looks like we're still trying to take out these little mini tanks. I think that Northern Line's been trying to handle them this whole time. Fine by me, it's got the DACA to do it. Creeping Death still running around. Here come the Gutenox to come take out those little hover tanks. Looks like they took out the big towers over here. Not entirely surprised. Pretty sure we're in degraded mode right now because we're not seeing any trails coming off the... Oh, maybe just here and there we are. This was a big battle, but not big in the sense where there was like a lot of combat. I mean, yes, we are killing things, but a lot of this is just civilian structures that really don't have any weapon systems or provide any resistance whatsoever. I mean, could at least put a railgun on some of this stuff. Made a turret out of, I don't know. You guys are probably wondering why I don't play this in hard mode. There's a perfectly good reason for that. I don't want to artificially bloat the enemy's firepower just to get some kind of difficulty bump. I mean, it just... no. I want to know what my guns are going to do when I use them. I mean, no, that's bullshit. Changing the weapon damage, that just... no, that feels completely completely wrong. Now, if they made it to where the AI was actually competent and sent, like, I don't know, actual forces to attack or counterattack, I mean, we pretty much had the AI on the back foot the whole campaign so far. And people are probably going to be like, Dama, you're negative. You're always negative. Dude. We're going to be like maybe 12 episodes into this. And in those 12 episodes, I have less battles than probably the first 5 episodes of my Quest for Neater campaign. I think that's a pretty legitimate argument. And a pretty legit reason to be disappointed. But whatever. But in all actuality, it seems like all you really need to beat this game nowadays is just the biggest freaking missiles possible. As long as missiles can hit whatever you're trying to shoot them at, then yeah, you won the game. I still don't see the purpose behind the huge missiles. It just seems like a bunch of unnecessary bloat. The game was fine without them. I mean, the large missiles are hard enough to deal with. Alright, looks like we finally knocked this out. So let me do some scouting about, see if there's anything else that we can do here. I'll be right back. Okay, so just wanted to bring you guys back in for a second here. From what it looks like, we have, yes, definitely crushed the lightning hoods. Honestly, I was expecting a whole lot more from them, but whatever. So right now, we're just trying to goggle up all this territory around the white flares so we can try to get a good peek at them. And I came here and I spotted this. Now, there's a whole lot of things I could be doing with, I don't know, 1.25 million materials. Like, I don't know, building static defenses, or maybe set up some patrols or something. I don't know. It just, I don't know, just kind of seems to be a waste there, you know, just sitting on it. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that we're still trying to get to a position where we could take this point here. And, well, actually, we were already at it. We just need to start the battle. But, yeah, I just wanted to finish having a look down here, make sure there wasn't any more positions for the lightning hoods for us to capture. It doesn't seem to be any. So, I'll be back once this battle here is set up. Oh, I forgot we need to declare war on them still. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And it's kind of hilarious because, you know, we just completely wiped out their allies and they're only suspicious with us. Seems a little odd, doesn't it? Anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick this war off. And fuck you, white flares. Alright. So something I am kind of suspicious of it is that once we go to storm their headquarters here, that they're just going to be spamming out a bunch of units, kind of like the Twin Guard did earlier. But we got more than enough forces to handle any backlash that comes out of there. We still got a pretty powerful force here on the border that could come in and wreck things pretty thoroughly. So yeah, I'll be back once I have this battle set up. So yeah, be right back. Alright, so we have the battle set up. We got this force in the north and this one to the east. If I remember this correctly, there's like this huge hill up here. So it might be kind of hard for this force in the north to try to get at these targets, but I'm pretty sure this one over here to the east can do it. Again, we're going to do it with, well, everything in play. So let's go ahead and get that started. And we got a crazy buck advantage here. Yeah, there's that big hill I was telling you about. You see, this would be a very defensible position. And we only got the one beholder and this turret here that's going to offer us any resistance. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and get it started. Now let's hope like hell everything spawned in correctly. And here comes the beholder. It's doing the EMP frag missile spam. I think we'll just have everything target this thing initially, because nothing else seems to be offering us any resistance here. The turrets aren't doing jack. Get a couple of good hash rounds into this thing and they'll just gut it. There's Creeping Death doing its pack thing. And here come the big ass missiles. Here to ruin your day. Oof. Okay, that went pretty quick. So yeah, pretty much any real resistance here was just annihilated in probably less than half a minute. I'm guessing. I don't know. Yeah, I did. Didn't even get a shot off. There goes Crazy Train. Goodbye. And goodbye. Alright, battle is finished. So, I've got a few more minutes left in this video. I think I'll see what I can do. Or at least try to see if we get any kind of counterattack coming from here, and I'll be back with you guys here in a bit. Alright, so, as I have suspected, they did send out basically a bunch of shit at once. We're going to try taking out these two real quick. I wanted to give you guys one more battle before we ended the video here. I imagine one more episode of this series and we'll be able to color good after that. So, let's get me into a tank here and start the battle. I think we're just going up against a couple of air units. Yeah, we'll find out. Alright, here we go. A wrecker. I believe this design has actually been around for quite some time. They kind of redid it with, we'll leave this thing uses pistons to get different shapes. Make it look a little meaner. I think this guy, yeah, it uses a pack melee weapon. I'm not entirely worried about either one of those because a good volley of anything will pretty much knock them out, I think. These guys seem like they're especially flimsy because, yeah, just a couple of shots and we're already knocking chunks off of it. The crazy train looks like he's eager to do some damage. You might get in one of our tanks, but still we got more than enough firepower to handle. Yeah. Of course that thing's dead. And here comes Crazy Train. Boom! Some hot locomotive action for you. Up the ass. Well, that was fun. Didn't even kill this. I don't think that pack could do enough damage. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull all. And we'll pause the map here just so you guys can have a look-see. Yeah, basically, soon as they could, they just dumped a bunch of forces out here and we just knocked out like 2 of them. We still got another force coming from the north. I think we're going to fall back with this group a little bit and have this group take out another chunk of these guys. We can just pick them off bit by bit. But if we can get these 2 groups close together and get repairs done, I might just try to combine it all into one big attack group and just knock out this fleet entirely in the next video. But I'm going to have to go ahead and end things there, guys. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. This has been Dama.82. Hope you have yourselves a hell of a day, and keep your hammer high. Later.